all these years of involvement in construction to be doing this for the, for the people that we're doing it for, to create a village for homeless people, and to have it happen in this timeline. Like Friday we got a yes, and Monday we're doing all this work. That's as good as it gets, and this is a new neighborhood for me, so I just love it. If we start essentially right here and go that way, then when you look down the road, Jesse, if we had a fence here and a way to drive in here, then you just don't drive by and everybody sees the side of a big encampment thing.
So what we're doing out here today is we are preparing all of our guests here at the fairgrounds that have been residing here to move over to the new Mill Road site.
And we are involved with the Caswell-Brown village located off of Mill Road. We were involved early on in trying to find a solution for homeless individuals in our community to have a place where they could safely live and store their items as they, made a transition potentially in life.
I'll be over there before I go home tonight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come check on you, okay, Damien?
Okay, cool.
So I'm getting it, right?
Okay.
So Damien!
Well, I'd like to say to OLYCap and his employees and anybody else that was involved, this is a great spot. They've done so much for us.
Just really thankful that that there was a spot to move to after being at the fairgrounds.
So we have a bunch of volunteers helping to clean up what's left. We still have some people moving out. Yeah, so that's what's happening.
Yeah, so those were a combination of the neighbors in the community who reached out. So they live, right in this area, and they wanted to be here the day of cleanup, because they've been a part of this process, for months upon months.
Change is coming for us all. A change is coming. You can win it in the right direction. You can ask it not to call, but change is coming.
I'm Virginia King, and I live a block from the fairgrounds here in Port Townsend. We've had this homeless encampment, I would say slum, here for 16 months. It has been awful to live with this. And frankly, I don't feel there was very much consideration given to neighbors and people whose lives were daily affected by this.
The Jefferson Fairgrounds is a place where most of us, we take our dogs, and when the encampment grew and the problems increased, that became a place that we were avoiding.
Some of the people in the neighborhood suggested getting together with Greg Brotherton,
and he kept the communication lines open. And one way he did that was by establishing these stakeholder meetings.
Yeah, I went to a few stakeholders meetings that they were not only attended by the neighbors and by Greg, so there was council representation, police department, sheriff, OLYCap, and the fairgrounds, but also there were always 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 campers there.
So what we have put up here is a kitchen tent, and this tent is going to be used for the community to make meals, to come and gather and fellowship, and we just put this up. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a good solution to protect the floor in here. We're thinking maybe some AstroTurf or something like that. So we're going to have a wood stove, and this is actually a tent that's specifically set up for being heated. Each and every camper will have a storage canopy of their own.
We want to ensure that they're safe where they're currently located, that they can easily access services that they need, that from a health and safety standpoint, we're ensuring that this homeless population has a specific place to go.
Can you compare this setting that you're in now compared to what was like over at the fairgrounds? What's the difference?
This is much nicer. There's an air about this place. I was misinterpreting a couple things early. I was uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable with the generator and with the gravel and with the chain link fence with the bright security lights. But there's something arising here, and it's really beautiful. There's something going on here, and it's really cool. These people here, Kathy Morgan, OLYCap, Recovery Cafe. There are organizations here that do similar functions that are done in other cities, and they're like services for what you call the poor. What I call the poor, the sheltered homeless. But these people around us, and we saw this in these meetings we had here of the stakeholders here at the fairgrounds. They truly care, and they're being empowered to use their training and their love to do good things for people who have been maybe more visibly broken than most. Thank you.
The Caswell-Brown Village is an opportunity to keep folks from living on the outskirts or living unseen, so to speak, so that we really can consolidate our services and help these individuals hopefully find something more permanent, something more safe, and something that helps them live their life comfortably based on their circumstances.
Kind of when we came here, we checked a lot of different places. There was just nowhere for us to go, so we wound up parking at the fairgrounds.
How do you feel about this place as opposed to where you were at the fairgrounds?
Well, the fairgrounds was a lot more disorganized. People were taking other people's stuff. There was also a problem with people being intoxicated. The rules here are, it's a little bit more strict. Like, we have the people at the gate making sure that random people aren't coming in to just, gawk. The people that came here are mostly quiet, kind of like us, just kind of needing a place to be. I guess the only real downside here is the lack of permanent infrastructure. Is because at the fairgrounds at the very least, there were showers and toilets and stuff like that, hygienic stuff. And we're still having to take buses to go all the way across town, like south of town to north of town, in order just to take a shower.
Well, it's just great that the county has taken the opportunity, or actually given the opportunity for folks to be able to take advantage of this.
Completely.
And
it's really wonderful.
I think they're doing it in a very respectful way, and they're taking advantage of it. But you know, they're not just dismissing it as though it's owed to them either. They're very grateful.
So at Caswell-Brown Village, currently everyone is in a sort of emergency, immediate location that we were able to locate folks quickly. It took a little while for the sale and all the logistics to sort of go through, so we needed to create a space very quickly for individuals to be at. So what we're working on right now is the sort of permanent phase 1 location. So that will be 2 cleared areas. It'll include space for RVs, cars, storage, and then some type of maybe permanent tents, either tiny shelters, Conestoga huts, prefabbed, you know, small buildings. We haven't quite determined what that's going to look like yet, but most importantly, what those locations will have is a shower and restroom facilities along with kitchen facilities, and then later on some laundry facilities as well. So our goal is to get the bathrooms and showers up first. It's going to be a continual work in progress at this point.